You wanted more stories from the After Prison Show? Well, let's go. I'm Joe, and this is the After Prison Show. Let's start with a question. Would you take a plea deal for 25 years if you were facing life plus? That's a pretty serious question to consider. 25 years, life plus. Seems like a no-brainer, right? I mean, 25 years, at least you got the chance of coming home at some point. Life plus, you're never coming home. But that's exactly the case for one such individual I'm about to tell you about today, named Aaron. I met Aaron back in 2009 when I had first gotten incarcerated for the charges that I spent 7 years locked up for. Non-violent drug offenses, by the way, that's what I served my time for. Aaron's situation, a little different than mine though. Aaron was locked up on 21 felony charges, all of which were completely heinous, high-profile, terrible charges. Aaron was an addict. He was addicted to cocaine. He was out there getting high, running with another dumbass just like himself, and I guess some young kid. Turns out, one night, Aaron and these two other individuals decide they're gonna go break into an old woman's house, tie her up, beat her up, and then rob her house. They stole absolutely worthless items. They took an ATM card, they went and used the ATM. There was camera footage, and that ultimately led to how they got caught. Aaron was sitting in jail facing 21 felony charges, all of which were heinous, high-profile, terrible charges to be sitting in jail on. And the plea agreement they came at Aaron with was for 25 years. Plead guilty and you'll serve 25 years. He was 22 at the time, just a young kid suffering from addiction, like I said, made some bad choices, led to what he was facing. But Aaron decided he wasn't gonna take the plea deal. Instead, he took it to trial. And at trial, they found him guilty of 21 felony charges. I will never forget the look on this kid's face when he came back and told me, they just found me guilty of 21 felonies and the jury recommended a sentence of 210 years. At that moment, I was looking at a kid who realized his life was completely over. He was never gonna see the streets again. Aaron tried to put together the best defense possible when he went to sentencing, just praying that the judge would have some sort of leniency on him. And what ended up happening? The judge sentenced him to 215 years. Never to see the streets again, his life over. All because of mistakes he made while suffering from addiction. Now that's some pretty crazy stuff to think about. Imagine that. Suffering from addiction, you're not even in your right state of mind. And yet, you go out, you do something completely terrible, something that you would never do if you weren't messed up in the head from drugs or easily influenced by other idiots who are just as messed up in the head as you are. And this cost you to be incarcerated for 21 felony charges, facing life plus, with a prosecutor handing you a plea deal for 25 years. At 22 years old, Aaron would have been out by about the time he's 50. Now, he's never gonna see the streets again. I knew this kid personally just from being in the jail. When I saw his story on the news, that was how I found out what he was charged with. I did not want to associate with this dude. I didn't want to be anywhere near him. But a part of me felt sorry for him and the fact that he knew, just as I knew, just as everyone else knew, that his life was over. 6 individuals from the jail jumped on his case and were ready to go testify, saying, he told me everything. He said he didn't regret it at all and he had no remorse. What these individuals were willing to say in court wasn't even true. It was just made up. Anything to try to get them a reduced sentence and whatever heinous shit they were probably sitting in jail on. So like I said, a part of me kind of felt for this kid. Took him under my wing, tried to give him the best kind of guidance I could. I've looked up Aaron on the computer. I want to show you just how crazy this situation is. So this is the Virginia DOC website where you can do the inmate locator. That's Aaron James Brennan right there. White male. He's at Sussex 1 State Prison, which is a complete gladiator school. And let's just look at this right here. This is what's really, really crazy. This is his release date, 2013. I don't agree with what this kid did. I think it's absolutely horrendous and terrible. But you know, everybody does make mistakes. It's unfortunate though that some individuals make mistakes that they will never be able to erase. So that's about it. Wanted to start this by telling you a crazy little story about facing life plus and being offered a plea deal for 25 years. What would you do in a situation similar to that? Would you take the 25 or would you try to fight it in court? Comment and let me know your thoughts on this. Interested to hear what you have to say on this topic. As I wrap this up, I do want to tell you and show you one little funny thing to kind of change the topic just for a second, but I promise you it's pretty interesting and it pertains to after prison and prison in general. As I was looking up Aaron's information and the story, I typed in vadoc.org. You would imagine vadoc.org would be the website to find, you know, prison-related stuff, right? But it's just funny that when I typed in that, vadoc.org, let me show you what popped up here. This is pretty interesting, actually. It's, well, I guess it's better off I just show it to you. But it's actually, check this out. Let's look at this website real quick, vadoc.org. It's in Chinese, and if we look back at everything, it's like a little porn site. What the hell does Virginia DOC have going on? Maybe I just uncovered something here. That's kind of crazy. But again, that's it. Just wanted to tell you Aaron's story. Being offered a plea deal for 25 years, not taking that, getting 216 years instead. It's a pretty crazy situation, and we're going to have a lot more videos coming. I hope you enjoyed this one. There will be tons more. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. I'll do my best to get it up here. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Look forward to talking to y'all again real soon. Take care. Enjoy the free world. Don't take life for granted, and make the most of every day. Till next time, peace.